Super Bowl Sunday is here. I've been debating who I wanted to pick for this game. I've been going back and forth, but I actually have a theory behind my final pick. It should be well known by all of you and by most fans that I am cheering for the Eagles. I know most fans who are not Chiefs fans are cheering for the Eagles, so I think that is set. However, who do you pick to win this game? And I'm going to actually lay out my theory behind why I think and why I'm going to pick the Philadelphia Eagles to win tonight. And it revolves around the narrative. Okay, so there is such a narrative around this game, and I haven't ever heard this talked about so much before as I have for this game, that the NFL keeps saying, look, there's no bias. Everyone keeps saying there's no bias towards the Chiefs. But I have to believe that it will be in the back of the referees' heads, that they will be very, very cautiously calling anything that might appear to be a biased call. Now, you could say they want the narrative, they want the three-peat champions. It is certainly possible. I do not put it by the Chiefs to be able to win this game straight up. I don't know if this is necessarily a team that has better talent. I think this is simply an execution-based game. I do believe for the Eagles to win, they do need to get up early. I think if you see the Eagles fall behind early and it takes Saquon out of the equation, I think that is going to be a very, very difficult thing for the Eagles to overcome. However, that being said, I believe that the calls will be pretty fair and pretty balanced today, simply because there's this narrative around the game that the refs have been biased towards the Chiefs over the year. I'm just going to go with the fact that there might be some of those types of calls. Now, I can guarantee you before this game even happens that no matter what happens, whatever team loses, they're going to have certain things, certain calls that they're not going to like by the refs. That is just the nature of the National Football League in 2025. However, I think that there will be a minimal amount of calls that are true judgment calls on the field that will be going against the Eagles. And so I'm going to say that we're going to see a fairly level playing field. I'm going to buck the narrative that the calls are going to favor the Chiefs and instead say it's going to be a relatively even called game. Of course, no matter which team loses, they're going to have some calls that they're not going to like. But I'm going to just go with that. And I'm going to say, as long as the Eagles get out in front early, they have a very, very good chance to just put the ball in Saquon's hands and run and run and run. And I think that, honestly, had I been voting for MVP, I would have voted for Saquon because of his extraordinary performance throughout the year, doing something, taking a position that has been kind of looked down upon, the running back position recently, and doing it. But the fact that Saquon is not MVP means he has the entire world watching. And what would Saquon prefer more than an MVP? Well, I can guarantee you that is a Super Bowl championship. And so I am all in cheering for the Eagles and picking the Eagles. I'm going to pick a score of 31-22. The Eagles win. And that's what I'm going to go with for tonight. So let me know down in the comments below, who are you cheering for? Who are you picking?